What's going on, YouTube? So 10 days since the last video. I just want to show you this, my progress, how top dressing my jadam barrel fertilizing is no joke. 10 days, guys. Let me put this down. What is up? Look at this. Some are definitely more vigorous than others right now, but 10 days. Sometimes I question, it's all of this extra work of top dressing, organic, jadam. Is it all worth it? I don't know, guys. You tell me. Because 10 days. But the purpose of this video is to first say I apologize for the last one. It was just getting stuff done, right? And I didn't really go through anything and teach you guys why I did some stuff. But I'll explain all the other stuff as I go on in the season. But the goal for this video is I am behind schedule. It is time to maintain the trees and their growth habits. So we are just gonna go ahead and cut certain things, certain branches or scaffolds developing that we don't want. So I'm gonna set up the tripod and you guys can go through what my thought process on the whole thing is. So you probably definitely have seen my pruning videos in the fall, but pruning and training is just as important when the trees wake up. So we have our 4 scaffolds here. What we want to do, and really the main purpose, is we don't want any wasted energy from the plant going to any part of the tree that we don't want. For example, do I really want this piece here? Just cut it. Same, right? This one, it's just gonna grow into the center of the tree, and we don't want that. And when I cut these 2 branches, for example, the energy should go to these top branches. It's just about controlling the growth, where I want the scaffold, the branches to go, and focusing on the energy to maximize the scaffolds, the branches, the fruiting. Okay, here is a unique one. You can see how this branch has turned red. It has probably died. I see some nodes here. We're not going to cut it off yet, but this is the reason that I won't cut this one yet. Actually, I'm going to cut this one because I'll show you. This branch, I believe, is dead. If I took that branch out, I'd be okay with it, with the shape of the tree, but this side would be kind of still empty. You would think I would take off this little one and keep the bigger one that's more vigorous, but what's happening is this one is so close to this branch that I want to control and have this branch become the stronger one. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one. And then hopefully that one grows. And then again, just cut off any dead leaves or unhealthy leaves right now. I should have done this a lot sooner, but I thought this was just a very important video to show on decision making here. Again, this has no reason being here. It's on the lower part of the tree. It's just going to eventually just get shaded out, not grow really strong, and just waste a lot of energy. So let's cut that one. Here's a unique situation here too. Sometimes you get double bumps or double branches coming from one node that you cut. Do I want any of them? I kind of want to see, because this one, the one on the right, was kind of cool because it'll fill this side of the tree. If I back up, it's kind of empty there, so I could use a branch coming out from here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. And then again here, I could probably just grow this out, let it grow, do an air layer or something like that on it, but I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna cut it. Again, the goal is to focus all of the energy to the top of the tree. On the single trunks, again, once you start to develop some main scaffolds, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 all in the perfect angles, right? 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. So all of these, the rest of these can just go away. Same tree. Take all of this stuff, chop and drop. Let's talk about the next thing you want to look out for are suckers. Same concept here, right? And suckers are even worse than the branch trimming. They're using all of that energy directly from the root system, so they're dividing it, right? It's not going to the main trunk. We definitely want to isolate them right away. I should have done this way earlier. Again, I wanted to make sure I had this on video for you guys. But all you're gonna do is take these runners and pull them out. Guys, I wish you could feel the soil. It is so nice and fluffy. Try to dig. Get as much as you can. Sometimes you have a sucker. This is my Veselica Sica. Sometimes your buddy keeps bothering you to air layer one for him, and then you always slack off. This is the only reason I ever keep a sucker. It has roots, it'll start to develop. I can just cut it out, put it in another container, and then he has that plant, right? So that is the only reason to keep these suckers, is for propagation reasons, okay? So we're just gonna go through this, guys. I got a lot of trees, a lot to cut, and then I wanna talk about espalier and training those, because everyone's been really hyped about espalier, and I just want to make sure they understand what they're getting themselves into. So stick around. I'm just gonna do a bunch of these and trim and go from there. Sometimes you'll get a node on the bottom side of the branch. Unless I was cutting the branch here, I'm 100% getting rid of that. That is just not gonna form properly. It's just gonna be a nightmare. The tree's gonna look ugly. So again, those are kind of the decisions I'm making when I'm cutting these branches and thinning the tree out. Deformed figs. As much as it hurts me, this is just sucking a lot of nutrients, a lot of energy for something that's not going to be good. Okay, some of you guys probably are like, he's not washing his clippers. I definitely could be spreading diseases throughout my trees. Definitely the virus, mosaic fig virus, right? Yeah, I think my plants are pretty healthy here, guys. It's a risk I'm willing to take. I just don't have the time to wipe down. And again, that is 100% a gamble and my call, right? So go easy on the comments. And sometimes it's okay if you don't cut them now and you kind of just want to wait and just see what happens. Go for it, guys. I'm just not sure about the final shape of this tree, so I'm just gonna leave it, just ponder it, think about it some more later on if I want to remove them or not. But let's keep going. I got more to trim, but let's go on to the next one here, guys. Let's talk about my 3D espalier. Sometimes the trees look freaking amazing, right? And then sometimes you deal with this, guys. 4 branches. 1, 2, 3, and mini me. I now need to train this to keep growing out, which is really hard because the plant is sending so much energy to the other branches. This is also at the top of the tree, so like the final branch. So it is definitely getting the least amount of energy out of all of these. What I'm gonna do here, guys, is this espalier I just noticed. See, here is, if I can show you underside, I have multiple branches coming out of this espalier right here. You don't want that to happen, especially when you're trying to first shape these scaffolds. So we're gonna go ahead and start thinning this out. And in the process of thinning this out, I'm hoping to send more energy and finally fill this one out. But here's another example of how espalier sometimes sucks. You get branches like this where they're growing on every opposite node, what it's supposed to do, as you can see. This one died, regrew it. You can see how thin that one is. Here, hoping that a branch would start here, didn't. I probably could use another branch somewhere in this part of the branch, but didn't. Definitely don't want undergrowth like that from your espalier. And this looked like it was dead, but this is starting to grow. So, and then here you have one that is completely naked and just one. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to grow anything on these. Sorry about the camera. Yeah, so I think this branch here isn't the healthiest, and I don't think I'm gonna get any nodes to come out. grow new branches here. So that is the downfall of the espalier system that I do, right? You can't control these nodes. And then you have this RDB, right? See, this is the process of growing it out. And I'm almost there. But this is what you want, right? Staggering nodes, growing more branches. So you have more fruiting options, right? Here's Smith. This isn't the same Smith that was here last year. This is a different one. But, oh good, there's a node coming there. But sometimes the trees are beautiful. They're perfect. Like this branch, perfect example of an espalier. And then I'll go over here real quick. And then this is the Smith tree that was in that corner last year. I mean, this is super beautiful. I mean, I have to trim it. We want to keep the energy and the growth growing in the right place. I mean, again, this is a beautiful tree, right? Phenomenal, probably my best one. And then again, I have another branch here that hasn't produced any nodes or more branches. Hopefully the tree gets inspired next year and we'll pump them out. But yeah, guys, my peonies are loaded this year. Let's go back to the first espalier, the one with the short branch. I just want to show you how I trim that one up. I'm going to try to aggressively thin it. Just isolating the tip to kind of keep going out, which means if I'm trying to send more energy here, I definitely have to thin these branches out. I turned the tree because I want to show you a couple things here. When you're shaping your espaliers, what you want to do is have a main branch come out, and that will be the final form of it. I don't want this one, and I definitely don't want the one on the bottom. So you can see where that one's gonna grow, right? Same way with this one. We want this node coming out this way. I got one on the top, so I'm gonna cut it. Here's a questionable one. I have a strong, vigorous one and a kind of a gimped one here. The gimped one is in the proper spot. The vigorous one is not. I am going to give this a couple more weeks to see if this can become stronger, and then I'll eliminate this one. Got to thin the leaves too, especially when you want to try to get certain branches to grow stronger. Can't shade them out. I also can see some double bumps forming already. Also, I gotta get rid of these suckers. Big sacrifice here. Okay. I'm so happy I got this video out of the way. This is something I like to do every morning as I just inspect my figs. Just carry a pair of clippers and just start sitting down anything I need to and just keep up with it. Again, it kind of piled up on me. I really wanted to show this video. All right, next day, I got caught up with doing other stuff, but morning walkthrough. Just clean those off. Gotta stay on top of it, guys. Again, this one is growing that way. Just eliminate it. I cleaned up this one. This is espalier, a lot thinner. Really happy with the way it turned out. Not giving these much attention. But, cut these. Sorry, fig. The famous Smith espalier here. Just take a quick look. Everything looks really good. Here's a great thought process here. We have this one branch that's producing 3. And then I have one that's coming out here. We definitely want to thin out this 3 one, but which ones to cut? Let's cut this one because that goes to the center of the tree. And then let's cut this one because it's blocking that node. It's going to shade it out. And then we have a nice thinned one branch there. So that's literally what I'm doing, guys. Just making these decisions. Guys, it is freezing cold today. Okay, here's another example of thinning out leaves, right? So we have a node underneath here. This leaf is blocking it. So we just cut the leaf off. Like that. And now that node is exposed. Now it's gonna get light and it should grow. Let's look over here. Same thing. This one. Okay, this one right here. We have a branch and another scaffold developing. We don't need this middle one. So we'll just cut it. Now we're good. Here is another one. It's growing underneath. We would normally be okay with an underneath for an espalier, and we'll go through that a different time because it's just actually let me explain it now. Previously I said to cut the ones that are aiming down. When you're developing an espalier, it's really hard to control which branches are going to develop. If I only had this one, I would have left it, but since I have one here growing straight up, I'm going to get rid of this lower one. Okay, for this one here, this branch is getting shaded out. We want it to grow stronger, so we're going to thin out some of the leaves that are blocking it. I'm going to just put my fold down and do it because there's just a lot to maneuver. Okay, see the difference already? Now it's exposed. The sun will hit it. Let's chop this leaf off. Now it's exposed more. And then we have 2 coming out of it. For espalier, you want to stagger, right? So I have one on this side, one on that side, and then the next one should be on this side. So I'm gonna just cut this off. Okay, makes sense, guys. And then this last one, we have some down growth. I'm just making sure before I cut. Yep, we'll cut that one. We're gonna cut this one. Okay, again, this leaf here is blocking some development here. Watch the difference, guys. Watch the difference. Now it's exposed. It'll get some sunlight and start growing stronger. Here's another one. Let's check it. It's getting blocked out. Do I want that one? Kind of do, because this side is getting super crowded. We won't cut anything major, but I will thin out this leaf just to start exposing that little node and make it grow, because I'm thinking I might want to keep that one and get rid of that one. But all right, guys, more videos to come. I just wanted to really focus on these decisions that I'm making in the early season. This is what's gonna set the tempo for proper growth. Stronger branches, more fruit, right, guys? I appreciate watching. Another video done. Stay tuned. Next one when I get to it, guys. I'm trying to get out here. Peace, love.